In this video, we'll describe the main concepts required to start designing a website with GX Portal. We'll define elements such as channels, pages, and templates. We'll start by examining the website we want to build in order to identify our website's template. Lastly, we'll describe GX portlets and sectors. Before starting to build a website, some considerations must be made. For example, it's important to know the website's objectives, what we want to achieve with it. Also, the audience targeted by the website, who will access it, the type of information that will be published in it, and whether services will be provided. That is to say, if users will be able to download files or log into it. Once these considerations have been made, we can start working on the design and navigation of our website. Then, after deciding on the website design and navigation features, we will be able to start building it with GX Portal. The designer will provide us with sketches, dimensions, distances, styles, like fonts, font sizes, and color charts, and also image clippings for us to build the site. We'll build the website as if we were putting a puzzle together. When using GX Portal, we create pages. In any website, several pages usually share the same framework or layout. That is to say, how elements are distributed on the page. Which is to say, certain elements are included in several pages. In general, the company logo is placed in the upper section of the pages. In the same area or on the left side of the pages, menus are frequently displayed to navigate the site. In general, the page footer is the same on all pages. All the elements shared by many pages are configured in a page set as a template. This is the very first page we recommend creating when building a website with GX Portal. Each one of the website pages will be able to inherit all or part of the template's contents. Once the template has been designed, the site pages can start to be created. In each one of them, only their specific contents are added. To group the pages, we use channels. These can be seen as folders that contain the files. In GX Portal, they're the pages included in the channels. Channels and sub-channels can be created. Channels are used for different purposes. To group pages with a common design. Each channel can have a template. To represent the website structure. For example, one channel may be created for each area in a company. One channel for the business area, another channel for the technical area, and a different channel for the administration area. Also, channels are created for security reasons. It's also possible to indicate the groups of people that can access each page. In addition, we can indicate the groups of people that can or can't access each channel. Sometimes, channels are used simply to keep the website contents organized. In particular, we recommend using them in websites that have many pages so as to make them easier to maintain. Now we want to start building a website. The designer has already given us the materials we need. In this case, we will build a 4-page website. First off, we'll configure its template. To do so, let's examine the pages that will be included. First, we consider the site's homepage. Let's look at all the elements featured on this page. In the upper section, there's a logo, and on the right, there's a menu to navigate the various pages. The website will be available in 2 languages, English and Spanish. Sections with information and associated images appear below them. Now let's look at the news page to identify the various elements it contains. Above all, we want to identify the elements that are repeated in all or several pages in order to start building the website template. As for the home page, we can see that the upper section is the same. It has the same logo, navigation menu, and site languages. The central area is different than the home page. However, the lower section is the same as the home page. Let's look at the other pages that will be included on the site. More specifically, let's look at the design of the gallery page. This page also has the same upper and lower sections. Lastly, let's take a look at the contact page. On this page, the upper and lower sections are exactly the same as in the other pages of the website. After examining all the pages that will be included on the site, we've noticed that the upper and lower sections are the same on all of the pages. This means that these elements will be included on the template page. One thing we've also noticed is that in all pages except for the home page, Below the header, there's an area with information about the page's contents. This section has several common characteristics. The same dimensions, the same background color, the information is centered. Therefore, including it in the website template is recommended. The home page is the only page that will not inherit this template area. Our template will be similar to the image displayed. We'll start by introducing some concepts to explain how pages are built with GeneXus. The elements displayed on a page are stored in regions. Regions determine how elements are distributed in a page, the layout. There are 15 regions, 5 headers, 5 columns, and 5 footers. Regions can be enabled or disabled depending on the design needs of the page being built. The template that we're creating will have 4 regions, 2 headers, 1 column, and 1 footer. GeneXus allows you to build websites with no programming. Here's how it works. GeneXus provides default components that are used to design pages. Depending on what we want to show, an image, a menu, information, an image gallery, and so on, we select the corresponding component and then drag it to the page. Next, we'll assign values to its properties to display it in the way suggested by the designer and approved by us. We'll start by focusing on the 2 template headers. To do so, we identify the elements to be displayed. On the left of the upper header, there's a logo, and on the right, there's a menu to navigate the website. Next, the website languages are displayed. The lower header only includes a background color in a fixed height region. The information displayed there will be centered. Now let's take a look at the details of the headers provided by the designer. The upper header height is 38 pixels and its width is 100%. Components are centered and horizontally aligned. We know the hexadecimal value of the background color, and we also know the width of each component. In GeneXus, the default components are called GX Portlets. Each GX Portlet has a set of properties to configure. If we want to show an image, we'll use an Image GX Portlet and select an image to be displayed. Also, we can assign values to other properties. For example, to show another image when moving the mouse over it. Also, we can associate a link with it so that clicking on the image takes us to another page, and so on. To display a menu GX Portlet will be used that indicates the menu to be displayed and how it looks, how options will be displayed, its look and behavior when moving the mouse over it, or selecting an option, like the font size, text color, background color, style, whether to use bold, italic, or underline effects, and so on. In addition, properties are available to set how to display submenus if they exist. In this way, each GX Portlet has a particular set of properties to configure. When we add a GX Portlet to a page, it's contained within a box called a sector. All GX Portlets are contained in a sector, to which several properties can also be configured: its color or background image, and if it changes when moving the mouse over it, its dimensions, width and height, its border settings, horizontal and vertical alignment of the GX Portlet within the sector and its margins. Scroll bars can also be enabled, setting the direction in which content is moved. This constitutes another set of properties to configure. For each sector, a title can be displayed, which also has several properties available to set its look and behavior. In the following video, we'll start building the website we've just described. We'll create our first page, set it as a template, and then start designing it.